In today's video, we're going to go to the second article that I'm writing for this real estate niche website that I've been teaching you about down this road. So if you have been watching the videos so far, you're going to know right where we are. I'll do a little tiny bit of a recap, but I do have another video that I'm posting about whether or not my Utah County homes for sale is even indexed or not, and that's going to be quite a surprise. Remember, I told you that these competitive keywords very rarely will rank, and again, the caveat to that is your market and how many other realtors are competing with you, because Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin, Movoto, those homes.com are always going to be at the top. There are many ways that you can beat them, which I teach in all of my courses and in my consulting and training, and also that we can do for you in my virtual assistant company. So with this, if you like what you see, if you like how we've been going with these tutorials and these trainings, please like and subscribe. When you subscribe to my channel, it shows YouTube that I am adding value to YouTube that will help them to give me more views. And if you like it, that also alerts YouTube to let you know when I do another one. Notifications is better for that, of course, but if you like a video, then YouTube tends to show you that YouTubers' videos again. So today we went over, so the recap is I have this website that we are building brand new in a new market that we just moved to after 27 years of being in Florida, totally dominating the Floridian markets that we were in. But again, I started doing SEO and content in 2007. So I've been at this for a while. And if you start that long ago, and you do your SEO correct, it's very difficult for anybody else to beat you because you have that longevity, you have domain authority, and Google trusts you. So this is a brand new market. Google doesn't know me at all in this market. Remember, Google's just a machine, so it doesn't know that Katerina Gasset here in Utah is the same Katerina Gasset that was in Florida. It doesn't have that connection part. So that's, it's like I'm starting brand new all over again. The other thing that's really important to understand about this is that we have completely reversed the methodology of how to write the content from a topical authority standpoint. So it used to be that we wanted to rank really, really fast so we could start getting leads. But unfortunately, you will lose your positions and ranking over time if you have not built that topical authority. So what we do now is we're building topical authority first, number one, and I have videos that show you how that process works, what your website structure needs to look like. I'm only allowed to put 3 info cards in each video, so you're not going to get all of them, but just look for my playlist. That's SEO, my SEO playlist. Or if you're trying to start your website from scratch, look for my How to Build a Website playlist. I have my playlists and then I have a AI playlist. So I have playlists all organized for you. If you click on a playlist, all the videos will be there for you. Now, when we are doing these topical authority, we call those pillar posts at the very top of your website, which hardly ever will rank. Then what you're going to do is you're going to siphon down from that. So from that pillar post, so my main pillar post is Utah homes for sale. Let me see if I don't know if I can pull it up or not. Let me see if it lets me find it. Here we go. It's right here, so I'll show that to you. So this is the page that my other videos were about and the processes and how I came to rank on this page. And plus I'm going to be doing a really short video day after tomorrow about the Google standings and where I ended up after I was indexed and whether I was indexed or not. So this is, I've already gone through this entire post with you. So you can see this is over 6,500 words. It's a lot of work. This took me over 24 hours to do. This is a lot of work. And one of the things that most people don't want to do is all this work. especially for a page that may never ever rank. So you're thinking, why would I put in that time or that money? Because you can either do this all yourself with the help of AI. AI can't write it for you because you're talking about a topic that AI is only good up until 2021, and this is current market trends, right? So you can't do that. You have to answer, do you really want to rank and have longevity? If you're in an area that doesn't have any competition, your page will rank. It just all depends on Google's algorithm and how well you set it up. So you saw how well I set this up. And just to give you a little hint, yes, it's ranking already. Okay. So, and I expected 18 months. I always say 6 to 18 months before your content ranks. Actually, I need to pat myself because on my back because I am extremely good at SEO. So that helps. And I'm really good at adding value, and I'm very good in the niches that I get in. So I'm in the real estate niches, I'm in the pet niches, I'm in business strategies, SEO, and consulting and different things like that. So when I write that kind of content, I know what I'm writing about. And if AI helps me, I know if I can do fact checking and I know whether it's correct or not. And then I know whether I need to add, what I need to edit. And you do have to edit a lot, especially if you're in the real estate space. It is not as easy as a lot of people are teaching you. Oh, just go to Article Fiesta, which is one of the affiliates I'm for. It's the one that I recommend, Article Fiesta. The description is in my description area. I do recommend them. I also have used content at scale. I use Neuronwriter, I use ChatGTP, I use Bard. I use a lot of AI tools, and I will tell you, none of them can write your real estate content the way that you can. None of them have any gated content that they can add to it. So you have to go get the gated content, and I have a whole video on that entire process. So this is the pillar post. So this is basically what the site is all going to be about. And now we're going to trickle down. So the first article that I'm going to write, or I should say the next page, and you can do this one of two ways. This can be a page, and then you can write posts, and then you link this pillar post, or this could even be a post, and then you link to your other pillar posts. But I chose to do, because I have Thrive themes, which makes pages extremely simple. So I created a page. So this is a main domain, as you can see up here, Utah County Homes for Sale. Then the next one I'm gonna write is Provo, Utah Homes for Sale, because Provo is a city in Utah County. I think it's the largest city in Utah County, but it's where I live. So naturally I'm gonna write that one first. And then after I write Provo Homes for Sale, I am going to write the different neighborhoods. So I live in a neighborhood called Indian Hills. So my next post, obvious, then my next page, subpage, will be about Indian Hills. And I just ordered drone footage from a photographer because I don't have a drone, but I do have a GoPro, and I've been walking my neighborhood with the GoPro. So, and I take a lot of my own images. And again, I have all that in my videos, and I'm going to do another one on Google, on photos and how to get them indexed. I am planning to do that video for you as well. So it's going to be really packed with value that nobody else has. Like Zillow doesn't have this stuff. And that's what you always have to think of. What can I offer the internet that Zillow and Realtor.com have not offered, right? So you can't have these KV Core pages and whatever Boomtown pages, whatever websites you're using, where you have a templated site and you just have all your listings. Okay, I'll show you one. Let's go. Let me see if I can go here and just show you a KV Core site. So I'm working on getting IDX to us, but this is a home. Most realtors have a site that kind of looks like this, right? Mine's just in the very beginning. And I'm only using this for lead gen. I'm not using it. Everything will be on our website. But anyway, so this is kind of what you'll never beat Zillow, because there's nothing on this. Everyone has the same thing, right? And it doesn't matter what I add. It's going to be the same thing. And most people, when you buy content, you're actually buying the content from companies that are regurgitating that over and over again. So that's not going to rank. You've got to figure out how to do something different, how to add value. That's what Google's looking for, is value to the searcher and matching the search intent. Those are so important. Now, so how it trickles is I have my topical authority post of Utah County homes for sale. Next, I'm going to have my Provo, Utah homes for sale, which we're going to work on now. Then after that, it's going to be Indian Hills homes for sale, and then there'll be another one with Edgemont and with downtown Provo, and so on and so forth. Now I'm going to create a template of the Provo one. I'm not going to make a template. Let's see. We go back here. I'm not going to use this same template. It'll be somewhat similar, but this is a pillar post, and my Provo post doesn't have to be 6,500 words. It probably is going to need to be around 3,500 words because I don't want to give all the information on the Provo page about all the neighborhoods because I want people to go to the neighborhood pages. Then, so that's what that kind of looks like. Let me think now. I don't have notes. I don't do this from notes. I do this from my brain and my heart and my soul, just because and because I know SEO so well and I know content production so well. And again, you don't have to do all of this yourself. You can hire us to do this for you. Now, if you wanted me to build you a website like this, it doesn't come with content. Content is extra. If you don't provide us with the content, you're going to get kind of like a shell of a website, right? You need to give me content. If you want us to do the content for you, then and if you want me to do the content for you, that's going to be kind of pricey. So you need to think about, but again, how much is it worth to you, right? Remember, this took me 22 hours. I'm not going to do this for $10 an hour. That's not happening, So all of this that I did. Now my VAs can do it for a lot less, but you would have to give them some access to some gated content so that it would be able to use a template like this and make that work for your pages. Now, what we're going to do is, so the first thing I did was I went to Content at Scale and I ordered an article from them called Provo Homes for Sale. And then I went to Article Fiesta and I did the same thing. That's the same process that you've seen me do before. And then, but before I did those, I went to Bard to ask what needs to be on. So I went to Bard and I said, I'm a realtor in Utah. My son, Tristan, and me, Katerina Gasset, have a combined year. I kind of did, my first child page is called Provo, Utah Homes for Sale. Please create an outline for this page. And so what I said was I just said some stuff about us, and then it gives me the outline. And it gives me, we are Katerina and Tristan husband when we're not. So it made a mistake right there. Remember I said my son. So anyway, obviously that has to be fixed, right? With over 40 years, we know Provo like the back of our hands. We can help you. And then about Provo homes for sale, the different kinds. It was smart enough to know that there's luxury properties here. And then contact us, a blog section with articles about Provo real estate, like market trends, tips for buying and selling a home in Provo, stories about local families who have bought or sold homes with you, testimonials, of course, a photo gallery. Yes, that's going to be embedded from an IDX. Contact us. So that is some of it. I didn't quite like all of this for an outline. There's a few things that were missing. So I went to ChatGTP. And let's see, what did they come up with? So ChatGTP, remember, so I gave the same exact prompt and it came up with a welcome message, introduce yourself, highlight your experience, which I'm not going to do that. I know they're saying to do that. And Bard is saying to do that to cover EAT, but I'm going to do that further in the article because people who come to the website don't care about me. They don't care about my son. They don't care about who they are. They want to look for a house. So first we need to give them that opportunity. Let's solve their problem first and then talk about ourselves. Overview, description, location, key features, cities, attractions. See, that's what I wanted. Highlight cities, attractions, amenities, and lifestyle. Recent developments or improvements. Very good. Why choose? Discuss advantages of living. That kind of thing. This is very good. Provo, and then about the market, current statistics, changes in property values, and then talk about the different properties available, featured homes for sale, showcase the homes. Again, you need IDX to do this. Very important to have this because otherwise Zillow, you'll never beat Zillow either. And then selling a home, you're going to go a little bit about that. I'm going to have a whole pillar post on selling. So I'm not going to go, this is going to be kind of like just a little touch of that, because eventually we will eventually link to that page from here. And then buying a home, the different things, testimonials, and then resources, financing options, mortgage calculators. Wow, that's very important. Affiliates, our mortgage company that we work with, etc. And then, um, yeah, very good. Encourage visitors to reach out for personalized assistance. I love that. Conclusion. Remember, I don't ever use conclusions. And then it just tells you to thank you, which we don't want, because we want them to continue to look. We want them to take action. And then I like how it says invite them to explore other pages on your website and follow your social media channels. Now that is good. That's something new that ChatGTP hasn't done before. I am in ChatGTP 4. No, I'm in 3.5. Wow, that's pretty good for 3.5. I do have 4. I don't know why I didn't turn that on to do this. Okay. So then what I did was opened up a Google Doc, and I took my article from Article Fiesta and I pasted it right here. And then so this is all their AI generated content, which is not so great. They're really working on that, but it's okay because it's very easy for me to get images, and I live here, so I take all my own images. And so it goes through all of these things. This is not bad. It's actually, Article Fiesta is very impressive to me. Even gives us a nice chart. And a lot of their information is correct. I haven't fact checked it all, and I definitely have to. But anyway, it keeps going through all of these things about everything. And then I love this, how Article Fiesta does this. Now I can't use this. Now I did move here, so I am going to talk about that. But this is really cool. I recently relocated to Provo, Utah with my family, and we were in search of a new house that would suit our needs. We had a long list of requirements, including a good school district, safe and friendly neighborhood, plenty of outdoor activities nearby. After weeks of searching on our own, we decided to work with a local real estate agent to help us find our dream home. Our agent, Sarah, was incredibly knowledgeable about the different neighborhoods in Provo and took the time to understand our specific needs and preferences. She showed us several homes in different areas of the city, and we were impressed with her attention to detail and her ability to find properties that matched our criteria. After viewing several homes, we finally found the perfect home in a family-friendly. We have to get rid of that family-friendly. That's not fair housing laws. We can't say that. A neighborhood that was close to great schools, parks, and hiking trails. The home was a single-family house with plenty of space for our growing family, and it was in excellent condition with modern amenities and a beautiful backyard. Throughout the home buying process, Sarah was there to guide us, answering our questions, providing us with valuable advice. She helped us negotiate a fair price. Da 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 da. Moving to Provo has been an incredible experience, and we're so grateful to have found our dream home with the help of Sarah and our local real estate team. We highly recommend working with a reputable agent. We're confident with the da da da. I love this. This is it's so much more integrated, personal. I can't recommend Article Fiesta enough for you. I mean, I make more money as an affiliate if you buy content at scale, but I'm an honest person, and I have to tell you that Article Fiesta, I pay like $40 a month or $60. I can't remember if I pay 40 or 60. I get a lot of content, and it's this good. Of course, I'm changing Sarah to, Tristan and Katerina, and all that stuff. But anyway, it's just, I love the casualness of the tone of voice, and it sounds a lot like me. And then it's going through more of that. Okay, so now Bard, I already showed you. No, Bard said, yeah, I already showed you that. Yeah. So we did Bard, and then I added ChatGTPs. So I have my introductions all here, so I know what I need where my subheader twos have to go, right? And then that one was from ChatGTP. And then I copied my content at scale. Now I want to show you the difference here, because this is very interesting. At the top of Article Fiesta, I just want to do the intro. I do my own intros. I don't like the way AI does intros, but this one comes so close to what I like. It says, are you looking to buy a home in Provo, Utah? Again, using keywords. You're in the right place. Provo is a charming city with a lot to offer its residents. But before you make a decision, you need to know everything there is to know about buying a home in Provo. This comprehensive guide will provide you with all the information you need, from the city's history and demographics to type of homes available, popular neighborhoods, and financing option. Of course, I can't say popular, so that immediately is going to go. And I can't say demographics. And also I'll put to types of homes available. Okay, so let's compare that, and let's go to content at scales, and I'll just see the dryness and sterility and that I'm keep talking about. I've been working with the developers at Content at Scale, trying to get them to understand how the content really needs to be. So it says, exploring Provo homes for sale can feel like a daunting task. Why would you start so negative? Why would you get the buyer to feel crappy about what they're doing, like right off the bat? The options are plentiful and the stakes are high. Again, something negative. Stakes are high? Well, I don't want to buy in a place where the stakes are high. This is about finding your dream home after all. They're trying to say this is like something important, so it's going to be tough. No, we don't want to talk like that. And then diving into the Provo real estate market might seem overwhelming. What? So negative. Why is there all this negativity? But don't fret. You don't have to face this quest all by yourself. We understand that each neighborhood has its unique charm and appeal. That's why we're here to guide you through every step. So it's using that, like I keep saying, it's more of a B2B model. It's more of a, what entrepreneurs use and business people and maybe e-commerce people. It's great for all that because it's using that agitate the pain method and then give the solution. But in real estate, the emotions are already too high. You cannot agitate the pain. They're just going to leave the website. So that's not going to work. And then we have the table of contents. And then that's one thing I really like about Content at Scale is they do the table of contents for you. But I have Thrive, and so I don't need Content at Scale for that. And I am a Thrive affiliate, and that link is in my description. Again, I want to just take a moment to say, if you've come this far with me, please like this video, leave me a comment, ask me your questions, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me. I'm giving all of this value to you so that you can be successful. And if you help me out with that subscribe and stuff, then, YouTube's going to help me out a little bit. I would really appreciate it. Anyway, I can do a table of contents and a click of a button with Thrive. So it's not worth doing to have to edit that kind of, and then it uses facts. It does a lot of facts, which I can't. A lot of these we can't write an article that says, is Provo a nice place to live? You can't do that because of the fair housing guidelines. Why are people moving to Provo? That would be an article all by itself. What is the richest neighborhood in Provo? I would say, what is the most expensive neighborhood in Provo? Our home process dropping in Utah. Again, that's a page all by itself. I'm not so sure that I think Google has really caught on. Google bots have really caught on to this little technique of adding facts as other PAA questions. The people also ask questions. And remember, I don't believe in conclusions. Again, I don't do conclusions. So we go through this, and then what we're going to do is so what I'm going to do now, the next thing that I do is, okay, yeah, so their Indian Hills they're not too wrong about that. So that's not too bad. So what I'm going to do here is, now what I do is I go to Neuronwriter, which is my favorite place. And where is here we are. And I'm going to go to my Provo, Utah homes for sale. I've already added it. So here, my content competition, just to give you an example, Utah County homes for sale had a competition score of 7 that I had to beat. And I did beat it. But I don't know, we don't know how long Google's going to let me be there or whatever. And then for my Provo one, I only have a 3, which that is really good. So I'm going to go here. Oh, I had a 77 score. Yeah, that was really good. So I don't have any content here yet, but I want to look to see what I have to beat a 72, which is still really high. that's still really tough to do. So I'm looking at still a lot of content to beat that. Um, Gosh, it might have to end up being a four. Oh no, this is not it. What am I doing? This is Provo. Oh yeah, this is right. Okay, I thought I was on the wrong page. Sorry. Yeah, so the competitor's best is a 72. So again, it's got to be Zillow. That's 72 there for this topic. But anyway, we know we have to put the word Provo, homes for sale, and it's going to tell me the things, how many times my competitors put it in their websites. We're going to see how much it's going to. So immediately I'm going to just remove some of these because they're, we don't need those, things. There's a lot of broker like MLS. You don't need, those aren't keywords that I'm going after, and it's not going to hurt me not to have those. And then we're going to go to the extended keywords. And again, I'll take some time later, not while you're on the video, um, and exclude a lot of these things that don't have anything to do with it, So anyway, I start to get carried away. So what I'm going to do is after I have come in here and rewritten all of this, I'm going to go through it all, see what I can use, what I can't use. Then I'm going to go into ChatGTP and I am going to ask it to use, I'm going to have to, oh boy, I'm going to have to start a new chat here because it wasn't in 4 point. I have to use ChatGTP 4 in order to use my plugins. What is this one? So I'd have to go here and see, pick up ChatGTP 4, and then I want to use the plugins, and I want to use prompts for, it's going to tell me, I want diagrams, mermaid chart, and graph constructor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste once I have my content written in here in Google Documents, I'm going to select all, copy it, go put it here in ChatGTP along with my prompt before, of course, I'm putting the prompt in there and asking it to create graphics, lists, charts, pie charts, etc., whatever it thinks appropriate from that content. And then that way I will have the graphs and stuff that I can use that look really nice, like you saw on the Utah County page. So that's what's the next in store for me. I'm going to proceed on with that. I'm not going to obviously bore you with writing the article. It takes a long time, so I'm going to be doing that, and then I'll come back and show you the final product on another video. I hope this helps you to see the process, and what I want you to really get from this and understand from this is that no matter what people tell you about how easy it is to rank with AI and everything, in certain spaces, okay, especially YMYL spaces where you have to have EEAT, please watch my videos on EEAT. You need to really get that content and add value. And if you were writing a website about succulent plants, you could do a lot of that in AI, probably all of it, except for whatever succulent plants you're going to show with your video or your camera. And you could rank for that. You could do the same for knitting or crocheting or sewing Barbie doll clothes, because those aren't in the YMYL space, number one. And number two, you don't have a ton of competition. And number three, you can rank really fast in those spaces. But you need to understand how important real estate is. Real estate is, when people buy a home, it's usually the largest expense they will ever make in their entire lifetime. So Google looks at that, and that's why they trust Zillow, even though I don't trust Zillow. Zillow doesn't add any value, but Google trusts it because they have proven that they have reviews and they work with realtors and they work with buyers and sellers and blah, blah, blah. So they have a reputation, and Google understands that. They have met the EEAT that Google wants, and we haven't. So we have to do that. It's so important if you're going to be in this space. So don't think that your content's going to rank overnight by writing AI content. I don't care what other real estate coaches, real estate AI coaches, consultants, I don't care what they tell you. your content might rank for a few days, but it's also going to drop if you're just using regurgitated content. So, and really, that's what AI does. It can only go out, well, ChatGTP, for instance, can only go out and use what it can already have learned. Article Fiesta is not written on ChatGTP. It's a totally different model. And that's why it can get personal like that. ChatGTP can get personal as well, but it won't unless you instruct it to and give them the names and all of that. You see how Article Fiesta did it on its own? Pretty clever. Remember, I would love it if you would use my affiliate links. The price is either less or the same as if you don't use it. You're really helping me out when you use an affiliate link of mine. I would really, really appreciate it. Again, until I'm going to go through this, I'm going to do this now, and then I'll come back in another couple of days and show you the end results. So until then, please go watch the rest of my videos on SEO, how to build your website, how to use ChatGTP. Let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching.